friend, I literally just said, you know, how to do this in Excel, and it gave me I was able to find this rule and this rule here. So what you do, the easiest way to do it is just highlight the whole workbook.
Yeah.
And go under home, conditional formatting, and you're going to say new rule, and then use formula to determine which cell. And then all I do is I literally just copy it. Oops. I copy it and then put it over here as paste. And then I go to my formatting, and this is the one that we use to highlight to tell them where we're working on the sheet.
Right.
So you just go fill, yellow, and that's what it's going to look like. And you hit OK.
Wow, look at that. Okay.
And then the same thing, highlight the thing again, new rule, and then we're going to do the one that it makes the colors flip, so that it's easier to track with your eye. Same thing, but this is the formula we're going to use. Control C, Control V, format, and you can pick whatever color. I try to stay away from these ones, the very light ones. I try to stick with just the second row because when it prints, it's still legible on the paper. Like this, you can still see it and be able to write on it and everything. I like green. It doesn't matter. There's nothing in the SOP that says what color it has to be. Let's say you do blue. And you hit OK.
Okay.
Now, by pressing F9, I screwed up. By highlighting F9, it'll highlight what cell you're in. So what it does is the order that the rules are in is the priority. So what you want to do is you want the highlight to take priority so that it overwrites the color. Because if you do it this way, I'll show you. Even if I'm in this cell and I hit F9, it's going to keep it blue because that's the first roll. So when you do it, put this as a higher priority. So that way, when you're in that cell and you're working, it'll change the color. And then the last row we do is I just highlight the AC column. Same thing, conditional formatting, new rule. Cell that contains equal to Y. Format, yellow. Border, I go red. And then the font color, I go red. And then I do another rule. New rule equal to V. Same thing, yellow, red. And you can see now, you see it keeps it yellow.
Yes.
Even when I'm in there, it still keeps it yellow, because when you click on this, you can see the rules. Those two rules are first. So it's going to say, is this rule true or false? Yes. If it's true or false, keep it. If it's not, it's going to go to the next rule. Is it true or false? Yes or no? In this case, it was a yes, so we're going to keep that cell, that color. And if it was a false, it would go to the next one. And then and then in this next thing, if we're not working in that cell, it's going to go to the next one. And it would keep it blue or white. So, and then the reason I do that is because Now when I scroll, I can just quickly, I know I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 ACYs. And then, remember we were talking about always leaving that blank line, but we don't have a blank line, so we can say data filter. You can say, hey, just show me. In this case, we don't have any V's, but just show me my ACYs. Then I can just copy those, go into another sheet, and then there's my ACYs. And then I can just throw that in an email saying, hey, these are the ACYs I got. Or in this case, you want to highlight your titles too. So, and then you can send that off to the ILS and say, hey, look, these are the ACYs we got, and here's the assemblages they're in. The only other thing I do that I didn't show you before